Okay, well, my weekend has just about come to an end. It's Saturday evening at about 7 o'clock, and I have to say I was disappointed I didn't really get to ride this weekend, or I didn't at all, actually. On Wednesday, my right arm started hurting, and then my wrist and hand started hurting as well, and so I thought it would get better by Friday, but it didn't. It didn't get worse, it just didn't get better. And then I thought it'd be better on Saturday, so I can go riding on Saturday, and it didn't, so I ended up staying home today. And that's my weekend. I have Fridays and Saturdays off work, so yeah. About an hour or so ago, I said to myself, well, you know what, let's go ahead and take out the scooter and see what happens. And you know, it's okay on the scooter. There's still a little bit of pain, but not much. But it still hurts a little bit when I twist the wrist. So I think not riding anything today or yesterday for most of the day was the right choice to make. Unfortunately, because it was a beautiful day out today. Okay. So while I was hanging out at home, waiting for things to get back to normal, shall we say, I was reading the Motorcyclist magazine, the brand new issue, fresh off the press. I got it, I think on Thursday or so. And I started thinking, I mean, I like that magazine a lot. It doesn't really deal with bikes that I would buy, but it has. And I also like, you know, seeing what new technology is out there or what else is coming out, etc. And then I saw it on one of the pages, possibly my next bike. Now, I want to let you know that I love my NC700X, which, by the way, is I think becoming the NC750X for 2014. But that's fine. I don't really need the extra 50 anyway, and I'm perfectly satisfied with what I have. And I plan on keeping it for quite a while. So I'm not in the market for a new motorcycle. I hadn't been thinking about a new motorcycle, but I saw it and I said to myself, wow, that looks awesome. It's the VFR 1200T, and if I can figure out how to do it, I'll go ahead and put a picture of it in this video, or at the end of this video. I feel a bit strange talking to myself with other motorcyclists there, so I had a bit of a pause. Anyway, I looked at it and said, wow. And then I looked at the technical specifications, and actually it's a lot of what I want in a future bike. I mean, I don't need a 1200. I definitely don't need a 1200, so maybe they'll have like an 800 or 900 version of it, you know, in 5 years or so. But I mean, not only did it look amazing, but it sounded amazing. And apparently Honda was going to bring it to the U.S. A couple of years ago, until the financial crisis hit and the bike market sort of died. And so they held off and they kept the ST1300 on the market for a bit. Well, until as of now. And while there's no specific timeline for the VFR 1200T to come to the USA, I mean, what I was reading, they have patents for different parts and this and that, so it's almost a done deal. So, you know, hopefully it'll be there in 5 years. When I think I'll be ready for another bike. And so I guess my question to you is, how far in advance do you start thinking about another bike or actively looking for another bike? Well, like I said, I hadn't even started thinking about it. I had no interest in thinking about another bike, but yeah, there it was on the pages of the magazines, and I said to myself, wow, that's just awesome. And I'm not really, you know, struck by things like that too often, but It was pretty awesome. So what about you? Have you just bought a bike and you started looking for another one? Did you buy a bike that would be suitable for a year or two with the intention of trading it in? Let me know how it works for you. This is the Florida Rider signing off.